Kathy Hochul wins New York governor race against Lee Zeldin, becomes state's first woman elected to post. Big effing deal. Why isn't every time I vote for a Republican candidate, the Democrat candidate always wind up winning? Why is that? For example, I voted for President Donald Trump in the 2020 presidential election, and Joe Biden ends up winning. Last year, I voted for the mayoral election. Curtis Sleeworth for mayor, the former guardian angel, and Eric Adams wind up winning the mayoral election. And yesterday, I voted for Lee Zeldin for governor, and Kathy Hochul ends up winning the governor election. It seems like these Democrats want to hold on to power. They don't want to give up power. They want to prevent Republicans from winning the office, any office. Governor Kathy Hochul on early Wednesday morning became the first woman ever elected governor of the state of New York, holding off a spirited challenge from Republican Lee Zeldin in a race that drew tens of millions of dollars in spending and appearances from some of the top names in politics, as polls show it drawing closer in recent weeks. The win entitles the incumbent Democrat to a full 4-year term in the office she ascended to in August 2021 when former Governor Andrew Cuomo resigned amid a sexual harassment scandal. Tonight, you made your voices heard loud and clear, Hochul said Tuesday night before the Associated Press called the race, pausing a beat for applause before adding, "And you made me the first woman elected to be the governor of the state of New York. Big freaking deal." However, she later added, "I'm not here to make history. I'm here to make a difference." The Associated Press called the race for Hochul just before 1 a.m., showing the Democrat had a 53% to 46% lead over Zeldin, according to preliminary results from the State Board of Elections. Her victory also sealed a full term for her Lieutenant Governor Antonio Delgado. Zeldin, meantime, has not conceded. Why should he concede it? Why? He has a right not to concede the election. "We still have a lot of work to do," Zeldin said Tuesday night. "The first step is watching all these votes come in." Hochul pledged to govern with strength and compassion, as well as make the state a place where families can raise children. Following the roughly 9-minute speech, an explosion of confetti rained down on the crowd of cheering supporters. Hochul, 64, faced what became a tougher than anticipated challenge from Zeldin, a conservative congressman from Long Island who had been running for governor since well before Hochul took office. Zeldin decided not to run for re-election for his House seat so he could run for governor. During a brief speech, Zeldin touched on his key campaign points, reversing recent changes to the state's bail laws, removing Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, bringing fracking to the state, and getting rid of any COVID-19 vaccine mandates. He thanked his family, staff, and supporters, which he said include both Republicans and Democrats. "We all united as New Yorkers because we are committed to saving our state," he said. New York State is home to twice as many Democrats as Republicans, and no Republican has won statewide office since 2002. But a series of public polls show Zeldin aggressively closing the gap against Hochul in recent weeks, with some showing her leading in the single digits. The Democratic governor ran a campaign based on her record in office as well as her support for abortion rights in the wake of the U.S. Supreme Court overturning of the landmark Roe versus Wade decision earlier this year. She went to lengths to highlight Zeldin's ties to former President Donald Trump, including his votes to object to the results of the 2020 election in 2 states. That's all I have to say for this video.